Welcome to the Relateable podcast, a safe space for open and honest conversations created for Black people.
This podcast explores how we relate to one another in our intimate connections, friendships, family, and everything in between. Hosted by 3 Caribbean women. I am Fiona, a single mom.
I'm Sherween, a very near empty nester.
And I'm Chantal, a free-spirited monogamist. Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.
Bitch, do you miss me? But y'all asked me to introduce the episode. That's why I'm introducing the episode.
You introduce the episode.
Bitch, do you miss me? We're sitting on the toilet drinking Bounty.
I'm changing up the man's song.
Anyways, folks, before we jump into this amazing Dominica episode, because this is why I had to say, introduce with the iconic line that comes from the most popular Dominica Bouillon song for 2024, right? So I need to jump in and say that this episode is sponsored by Entertainment Sound Productions, where they are all about making a positive change in the worldwide community. They are here to provide an avenue for expressing one's creativity whilst inspiring and motivating others with music and podcasts. Whatever leaves their sphere must be positive, healing, and giving back to the universe. Entertainment Sound Productions is located in Bizet, Castries, St Lucia, and are easy to find. Visit entertainmentsoundproductions.com for all the details, and of course, you can find their contact information in the show notes of this episode. So, folks, welcome to the Relatable podcast. Folks, we are all about Dominica. Waitu Kubuli, the indigenous name. Sherween, Chantal, how are y'all?
I'm tired.
Honest.
I'm tired.
She's tired.
I'm
of
tired.
This
I
shit.
need. Yeah.
You don't even buy me
nothing.
Excuse me.
Well, you buy a lot of things.
I'm tired. I'm tired. A good tired and an exhausting tired. Tired because Dominica was so fabulous. Hey. The hell's going on with y'all? And so it's like they just want to annoy me more. That's the thing. But it's okay.
Me?
It's okay. It's okay. It's
That's
okay.
your thing, you know.
In whose thing, my girl? Anyway, I'm just tired. My cup is not full. I have somebody draining it, but Diana thing I dealing with it. But I'm just tired, Gassa. I'm tired. The good tired because Dominica was food for my soul. That's the only way I could describe Dominica. Food for my soul. But coming back and having to deal with lots of shit, I'm tired.
Being a reality.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
Yes.
That's what.
All right.
That's what.
How are you?
I'm excited.
Chantal is being like a valley girl right now.
Which also annoys Sherween. Okay, well, I'm excited because we are in a studio together recording this episode for the first time in 3 years. So yes, I'm in my hippie, ethereal, floating, yogi, annoying, valley girl, high vibrational, everything is Irie mode. Because I love it. I love being here with Sherween and Fiona. I really love annoying Sherween and pushing her limitations. But I know that she loves me. So she's taking some deep, deep breaths right
The push too far, bitch.
She's
push too
taking
far.
some deep breaths right next to me right now. But I am. It feels so good
And this
to
studio
be reunited, and it feels so good.
Except for Sherween.
Sherween's ignoring us, and it feels so good. Okay, fine.
But I am feeling fancy though, because we're in this lovely studio.
Beautiful
And
studio.
it's not just a studio, it's a music school as well. This is what my son does he started doing his piano lessons, you know. And they also do open nights, poetry nights. They do open nights for musicians who just want to come and have a stage to perform. They foster a lot of free creativity, and it's a great studio, and it has a beautiful garden in the back, and they have a vegan restaurant, and they also have a bar. It's lovely. It's lovely. It's a beautiful place to come to. So it does feel nice for us to sit in a place, all of us together,
right?
With the professional equipment and everything like that. So it feels nice.
It feels good. The energy's good. The vegan tarts were especially good.
Yes.
Thank you very much, guys, for providing us with those vegan tarts.
Absolutely.
Very good. So Dominica,
yes.
Fiona, and Sherween.
Yes.
Shall we dive right into Dominica?
Let's go.
WATO Kubule.
All right. Well, it was my first time. It was my first time in Dominica. My first time at WATO, the most amazing food festival I have ever attended in my 51 years old life. Okay, first timer. Thoroughly blown away by the nature aisle. I learned about Dominica in school, as you do when you're educated in the Caribbean. You learn about the other islands. But as we have spoken about before, inter-island travel is not the best or the most efficient. And so, 2024, first time in Dominica. My expectations were high and my expectations were exceeded. When I tell you, I feel renewed, rejuvenated. I released so much anxiety, so much stress that I've been carrying since August. I feel my heart, my soul, my mind, I feel clearer, more focused. I laughed my ass off in Dominica also.
That's a real laugh, yeah?
Yo. I laughed. I was laughed at. I was laughed at many times. I laughed at myself many times. From our accommodation at Harmony Villas. Like, can we talk about Harmony Villa?
Yes.
Please? Because when Fiona and Sherween were like, Shani, you are gonna love this place. It is so you, the art, the this. I'm like, okay, yeah, cool, cute. Because I live in Nevis. We have cute houses, okay?
Mm-hmm.
But Ross, blew my mind.
Well, I'd like to, big up Harmony Villas. For one, it is a locally owned, Black, locally owned, woman-owned villa, which is 4 to 5 bedrooms. They have like a spare area that converts to a lovely little bedroom that you have an outdoor shower and all of that. But each room, you have your own bathroom. It's like these 4-poster beds, and it's full of art. They had Creole art. It had lots of wood. It is very vibrant, open. The garden was beautiful, and like where it's located is like a few minutes drive from an amazing waterfall, the emerald pools. It was a very rejuvenating stay. I would say you woke up feeling like so refreshed every night that we spent there. And we had great company as well in WATO, like all the different chefs. The first proper day we had, Chantal, you hadn't arrived yet.
Yeah, they had fun without me, guys.
Oh!
Yeah, lots.
It was a beautiful day. So WATO, for those who may not be familiar with WATO means fire in Kalinago. And Chef Neander, who created this food festival, the concept was for people to cook outside. So she started the first WATO a few years ago by cooking by the river for friends, cooking for people and stuff like that. And then over time, she's like, how about if we invite chefs from other countries to cook for WATO? So last year when I came, Sherween and I came, and so we had chefs from Grenada, from Dominica, from Guadeloupe, from Marigaland. So all of them came this year. Then they had a new cohort of chefs from Jamaica, from Barbados, from St. Martin, from St. Lucia, St. Vincent, and Martinique as well. And so everyone came over to Harmony, and they cooked this beautiful vegan broth and like a smoked meat broth. And everyone was just playing dominoes. Sherween, would you like to speak about your experience?
I think Sherween should actually jump in.
Domino champion.
Domino.
Well, I bust all of their asses. That's all. I beat them.
That's all you have to
I
say.
beat them. They like to talk too much. Them fellas like to talk and boast and thing. And I come then I just bust their ass because I can play dominoes very well and I never really show off my talents. But I had to show them. So I'm the
And
undisputed champion
Okay, hold on.
of the Caribbean.
Sherween.
Of the Caribbean, you know.
No, of the Caribbean, because Chantal,
Yes.
one by one, she beat them all. Oh, gosh. One by one. Okay, and not only did she beat them, she had mouth.
I saw the footage.
She was.
Yes,
She's
I
saying,
did.
"Drop that phone in your hand. Drop it now, because I know it's." Oh, and she said, "You knock." Like she just knew what was in everyone's hand, and she was the ultimate shit talker. I never see somebody talk more shit. She talk shit for them. She talk shit.
But they're talking shit back.
She antagonized them.
But they're talking shit back, and it's like they didn't believe. They didn't believe. So
Sherween,
I had to show them.
Sherween beat 5 Caribbean nations.
I love. Which were the nations that she beat, please?
Jamaica,
Grenada,
Grenada, Guadeloupe,
Martinique.
Marie-Galante, St. Martin.
Yes.
Yes.
She really did a tour of the Caribbean.
She
huh?
did.
Right.
And she obliterated all of them. They had to concede. So that was a big highlight. But it was just a beautiful day. And I think everyone gelled really well.
Mm-hmm.
And, we ate, we drank, we laughed, listened to music. We played music from everyone's island
Yes.
on rotation. Everybody get a little love,
Yep.
And it was a really beautiful day. And it was, and I think that set the precedent for WATO, which is that amazing festival, a celebration of, food from all over. Sherween, how did you feel seeing WATO this year after attending last year?
For me, the cohort this year was just amazing. The festival itself is wonderful. It's like nothing, like Chantal said, I've never done any festival. I've been to food festivals in London.
We've done big food festivals,
massive food festivals in London. That's where we met Fiona, if you remember. But for me, WATO, the cultural aspect of WATO is what makes it special. And with each chef bringing their own culture with them, their own vibes, it's just extra amplified. I don't know if I'm explaining it properly. The friendship, the camaraderie, it's like we're building a family. These chefs, I know all of them will leave there with friends or people they could call on. If there's something happening in the Caribbean, one of them in it will say, "Oi, this is happening. I got invited. Check it out." You understand? So it's not only building family, it's also building a network. So for me this year, watching how everybody was getting on was really like, it's again heartwarming to see. And these are friends. When they left, everybody was telling us, you have a home in St. Martin. When you come in, make sure you link us in Martinique. Make sure you come and check us in Barbados and this and that. You understand? So I feel like I'm working and building this network and community of people who will be in my life for a long time.
Wow,
that's what I would like.
Okay. So for me as a first timer, what I want to know from you, because now this is your second year, right, in attendance? What areas of growth did you witness this year from last year?
Well, there was definitely a lot more people. The entertainment from this year to last year, massive change.
Okay.
Like I'm not saying last year wasn't good. Last year was amazing. Last year we did a whole walk around with the Lapo Cab with band. We went around the whole the resort, and everybody following and singing and dancing. It was just amazing. This year, boy, they pulled out the guns. They pulled out the big guns. We had some amazing artists. Your artists came and performed well into the night, and we had a whole session.
Sitting on the toilet drinking whiskey.
Yes, we had a whole session.
Yeah.
It was, you attended a concert. So not only get the food, then you have a whole free concert after that. So that was just spectacular, and I cannot wait to see when he undertakes it next year, because boy, if she's gonna grow even more, well, she will. I believe WATO as a brand is going to grow. People look out for that brand, look out for that festival. I cannot wait to see where she takes it. There's so much potential there for this to be like a Caribbean-wide food festival.
Right. Do you feel that you can see, based on the inspiration for WATO, why it exists, do you feel that you can see it expanding to other islands, like
Definitely.
different islands hosting a WATO?
Definitely.
Yeah.
And I think that's part of her long-term strategy. And I'm so excited for it because, at the rate, in my opinion, my humble opinion, at the rate it's going, WATO Neander definitely needs to expand out of just Dominica, but making Dominica the highlight.
Of course.
The highlight WATO, but host other WATOs in other Caribbean islands. And I think that will boost its reputation as well, have many more people talking about it and bringing more people across to Dominica for not just the Creole Festival, but to stay on until WATO afterwards.
I mean, the thing about WATO is it incorporates so much culture on top of the food, right? So they have, of course, the Bouillon artists that came on to perform, but even throughout the day, they had drumming, quadrille, they had the Dominica Circus Group performing.
Yes.
So they're doing all kinds of circus trick. There was a woman suspended from a tree,
as you do,
falling down the fabric and all of that. Then they had the Kalinago people, which is something that's so unique to Dominica. And even they had stores that were selling locally made products, things that the Kalinago people made as well. There was just a whole collective. And what is so unique about WATO is when you buy your ticket, you can come and eat all the food from the different chefs and stalls, but you can also make your own pot. So what was lovely was seeing, because you come, you pay a ticket, you get a big pot, and then you can pre-book your farmer's box. So you get all the locally sourced ingredients, and you can just set up your spot. They organize it for you, and then you cook outside of everybody else. And we saw so many people cooking and making their own pots as well. So just seeing that collective of culture, music, this happened, people going from one pot to the next, checking this person and thing. I really enjoyed that. And I think if when WATO continues to grow and expand, I want it to keep that kind of down-to-earth, holistic kind of feel, because there are other food festivals in the Caribbean, but they're very, I don't want to say hoity-toity, that's unfair. But it's in a way where you feel it's a bit more curated, and it's a bit it doesn't have this kind of,
maybe not as organic,
that's the word, right. It's very in very snazzy locations, and it's clean and crisp and all of that, which is great too. But I've never gone to something like WATO, where it's reconnecting back to the earth and the location. Like, we right by the sea, you right by the river, so it just felt like more natural, organic, indigenous, not like it wasn't touristy.
Right.
And I think a lot of the festivals feel very touristy, and they're catering to a European or American aesthetic. WATO doesn't do that at all.
WATO feels
authentic.
FUBU for us, by us.
Yes.
That's how it feels.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly that. Yes. Exactly
and
that.
very spiritual for me as a first timer. When you guys explained to me about Rosalie Bay and where it was, where the river meets the sea, that in itself, even when I say it, I get goosebumps. And to have the festival right there, when you walk into it, because there is this overwhelming feeling of community. Sherween referenced it where she said, this is her second year, and it feels like it's your family that's growing, where you're meeting people from all the different islands, and you now have family in St. Martin, in Martinique, in St. Kitts, in Nevis, although we weren't there, but I'm just saying. But and for me as a first timer, I immediately felt that.
Yep.
It felt spiritual, and it felt like family. And I could feel almost Neander's reason or calling to create this festival.
Right.
And that is what you feel.
Yeah.
And everyone there is family immediately.
Yeah.
It's like, okay, boom. You know, it was my first time. Everyone knows you and Sherween. Nobody know me, but I wasn't treated any differently.
Exactly.
Right? And even for the hosts, you know, some of the excursions that the chefs and everyone else who were working for WATO were treated to, like to be able to be privy to that and to see Dominica through a Dominican's eyes and perspective and having that insider information, I just felt very honored and privileged and a little bit overwhelmed.
Very humbling sometimes.
That's the word I was looking for, Fee. Humbled. Very humbled. And also reminded, you know, because we throw around this phrase, One Caribbean, right? Hashtag One Caribbean. You know, if there's a natural disaster, and as we do as Caribbean people, we all join in. And for that moment in time, it is One Caribbean, for real, right? WATO felt very much like One Caribbean. Oh, where you from?
Yes.
You from this place?
Yes.
Talking, compare. What? You have this? And it felt like, yes, this is why I moved home. I didn't move home just for Nevis. I moved home to the Caribbean.
Yeah.
And that is what WATO reminded me of.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah. What were some of the favorite things you had to eat on a day?
Oh, Lord.
Ooh.
I kept giving away my food. I had
Yeah,
one
you did.
bowl of food, and I was spitting like a top in mud. I was just dotting everywhere. So, folks, Sherween and Chantal have coined a code word for me because apparently I cannot verify this if it's true or
You
not.
cannot shut up.
But
Oh, wow.
You do not know
I
how
don't
to
talk too
stop
much.
a conversation. You
I
don't
stayed
know.
talking to people too long.
That's why you did not eat.
Yes,
But everybody eat. Eh?
everybody ate except me.
Okay.
I had one bowl of my sister's gumbo. My sister was there, Nina, and she made New Orleans gumbo. And so I had that, and I tasted like one of your things. And that was it. And clearly, it is to my deficit, me running my mouth, because everybody eat their belly full, and I did not. But I kept getting food and giving it to others and say, I'll come back and get mine. So I cannot comment, but I saw a lot of amazing food.
Chantal ate the most.
Wow!
Chantal ate the most. You know why? Let me tell you why. It's not partially not her fault. I was
So
everywhere
where was I
I
when
went.
you was eating?
Everywhere
beating my
I
ass?
went. Yes, bitch. Sorry.
Oh, the harshness.
Everywhere I went, yeah, and I found something, I got something, I would always grab too. I would not just grab for me,
Why
I would
you
grab for
share
you.
grabbing free?
I was grabbing for you, but you were not ever around. I was grabbing. So I would grab for Chantal, and Chantal obviously getting her own thing. So that's what I mean when I say Chantal at the most, because I was giving Chantal
did.
everything. I was
Yes.
bringing everything,
Yes, she did.
making sure it's vegan, making sure, you understand? So I know I was bringing a lot of food for Chantal.
I
She
didn't
did.
fool more.
She did.
Like I
Okay,
wrote, I
The
was-
food, y'all, and I have to say,
Why is that question?
I have a confession. I was not vegan on that day.
Yes,
But we
alright.
knew that.
We
You
knew
said
that. You said that.
from last year.
I did.
You said
You
that
said
from
that.
last
did.
year.
I
You
was
come in,
not.
you would-
Because come on. I gotta taste a little bit. Okay, I did not eat any pork or red meat
No.
because I cannot. Okay,
No,
I
but
just can't.
You had
But
crab.
I had crab.
You
I
had
had
fish.
fish.
You
I
had-
had lobster.
you had chicken.
I had chicken.
You had everything.
I had vegan stuff. I ate and ate and ate, and it was all so damn good.
I heard they had a lobster and lobby.
Yo.
The St. Martin.
Yes.
You know, they
Yes.
gave me a calabash of it,
Oh,
and I
wow.
gave it to the lady in the kitchen because she said she ate.
Yes.
And I said I was
you're
gonna
so
go back.
kind. You're
Yeah.
so kind.
Yeah.
Anyway, the code what they have for me is pineapple.
Why you gonna
Why
give
you gonna
away
tell the
code
people that? You
word?
can't give away the code
Edit
word.
Now
out.
we have to
Edit
change it.
No. We just
We have
edited-
to change it. No,
No.
Fiona, we're not editing it out. You see, this is what Fiona does. You see what she just did? Beating her mouth. Beating her mouth. Why?
Now people know. No, it's okay. We're not editing it out and we're not changing it. People will just know.
that
We come in and tell you
Sherween
you're
and
talking too
Shani are
much.
looking for Fiona.
Yeah, you're talking too
You know
much.
what? So now the world knows.
Pineapples.
Hey,
when you hear when
so
they hear we tell
when-
you pineapples, they'll watch you like, okay, I think
Okay,
it's time for you to go.
Okay,
Fiona.
so
Mhm.
All right.
So to all our lovely listeners, wherever you see us in the world, if you hear Sherween or myself say the word pineapple, whether we yell
You-
it
Or use it in a sentence.
or whisper it, please send Fiona back to us. Okay?
Claudine is gonna love this section so much. Hi, Claudine.
Please send her on her merry way.
Say, I think it's time to go.
I think it's time for you to leave. Okay?
Anyway, we're talking about food.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Okay. You know what, Fiona? That's a great question. What did I enjoy the most? I don't know, because everything tasted so damn good.
Mhm.
You know what really, towards the end, you know I have a sweet tooth and I was craving something sweet. And
Halim.
we found this, what kind of bread pudding was it?
It was like a bread.
Like
I didn't get that.
it was
Oh,
a bread pudding with
I'm
like
so
plantain.
sorry. It was a plantain bread pudding.
Yes.
That's exactly what it was.
He
By
had it by
Chef
the bar.
Halim from Jamaica.
Halim card.
Let me
Big
tell
up my
you,
G.
the bartender did not want to give me any of the dessert
Yes.
because it was just there on the bar. And basically, Halim
to-
was saying, just go over, put in your fork and take a piece. So I went and I said, oh, I've come for a piece of the dessert. Okay. The bartender gets a fork and then feeds himself, eh? And I'm like, I kind of want some of the dessert. I came to ask you for some. And he was like, oh, right. So I got some. Let me tell you.
Yes, that's the one thing I did have.
It was
Yeah.
so good.
I liked
was so
Tomaska's,
good.
the thing she made with the
Anato, the anato
yes.
dumpling.
yes, the
Yes.
dumplings. Oh my
That was
god,
so
that
good.
was
It was a red
beautiful.
dumpling.
It was a
Yeah,
She
I know,
made
and
it
she
with
made
anato
something
oil.
in the with
I
plantain,
tasted that,
with plantain
and saltfish.
saltfish.
that was banging.
Jesus.
It was
banging.
cheese.
She mashed
Mhm.
plantain with saltfish and seasonings, like seasoned pepper, whatever.
Yeah.
She rolled it into like a little log in a banana leaf, and,
And
then
she
she grilled
roasted-
it.
Yeah, but
Yes,
it's very similar to what we call conky.
Yes,
In
that's
English.
what we
Yeah, do you guys have that?
We call it pemi,
Yeah.
and it's made with cornmeal.
Yeah, and sweet potato.
And sweet potato, but hers was with plantain and,
and
saltfish.
saltfish.
You know where the word
Yeah.
conky come from?
Uh-oh.
Kenke, like Ghana Kenke.
Hey, look at us.
Yes,
Look
comes-
at
It's
us.
it's
Yo,
a
yo, yo,
Ghanaian
we're
thing.
so connected. Come on now.
Yes.
Yo, that was delicious.
The
crab
the
callaloo.
crab callaloo was. I didn't have it because I'm allergic.
I had two.
But
You
yeah.
had two crab
Yes.
I sure as hell did. Yes, I
Yes.
did.
Again, Halim.
Halim, yes.
Halim's curry goat. Jesus.
You know you put white rum in that.
Yes, I know. And it had the flavor.
Mm.
That was good. Obviously, I had some of Nina's gumbo.
Oh, yeah.
Again, my taste buds were jumping.
It was very rich. The
Really,
flavors.
really,
Yeah.
really. I've never had gumbo before. That was beautiful. I had some of the. I had some rice with something
Yes.
else I brought
Was
for
that
you
from
as well.
Barbados?
That was
Where was
from
that from?
Saint
Saint
Martin.
Martin.
Yes, that was
Yes.
delicious.
But yeah, everything I had was just fantabulous. I don't even know if that's a word, but yeah.
Inserting the Tyrese meme. Congratulations.
I'm sorry, Fiona. The food.
You're not sorry.
Next
Yeah,
time,
okay,
last
alright.
bat chew.
Sorry, not sorry. Sorry. But outside of WATO, if we
Yes.
just step outside of WATO
Yes.
for one moment, what were two of your highlights of your second time around to Dominica outside of WATO?
It's hard to condense it down to two
Mhm.
because
Pineapple.
wow, I even start. It's okay. Anyways, okay. I'll condense it down to two. One, our friend Shelly. Shelly took us she curated a day's excursion And there's two big takeaways from that day's excursion that will always stay with me. One, so the day she curated was for us to basically do a around the island tour, and there were 4 stop-offs. One was to have a Kalinago breakfast by this place called Tilu Kanawa, and that was amazing. Top cocoa tea, cassava cakes, everything. And then we went to do our Kalinago naming ceremony. And that was,
oh my God,
that was, I think, very overwhelming. And at first I thought we were going to go and they chose a name for us. But actually we chose our own names because they had a list and you got to choose the names. And I think when I started to think about it, I prefer it that way because you're choosing the word that connects to you the most, right? And if someone wants to name you, they have to spend time with you. So I like that we got to choose our own names whilst in Dominica and to do it with them. And so the ceremony was very spiritual. It was solemn but affirming at the same time. And so to choose my Kalinago name, and we all did. We all got our Kalinago name on the day. And it was really beautiful. And then a couple of days ago, I went searching through this Kalinago dictionary that was written in 1655 and found, and it's the only existing Kalinago dictionary. And I found all of our names. So it just reaffirmed, that this is from almost 400 years ago, and we're still saying these words today, and we've named ourselves. And what he said at the end, the chief said at the end, he said, you are welcome to go and change it and put that name in your passport. And I am going to do that because my St Lucian passport needs renewing, and I'm going to do that. So that was that one. And then afterwards, Shelly took us to this place called Red Rock. It's beautiful, blah, 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 beautiful views. We saw so much of Dominica, and then she took us to this place and had this beautiful spread of fresh fruit and a nice soup, a nice dumpling, and this and that, and this waterfall. And she's like, yeah, I'm the owner. We like, Shelly, what?
As you do.
And when Shelly told me the history, because it's called Syndicate Falls. And it's called Syndicate because it was owned by 3 white brothers. So it was white-owned and slaver-owned, whatever, and passed down from white hands to white hands for generations until Shelly, very much so Black woman from Dominica, bought it. And she said, boy, it wasn't an easy road, but she did. She got it. And it is the most stunning waterfall. And when I was walking up to the waterfall, I was like, Shelly, I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. Things are coming back full circle. So, those 2 things were really something outside of WATO and so many of the other things that we've spoken about. I really, really stayed with me.
Yeah. Fiona, both of those moments were so significant and powerful in their own ways. So I can understand why you chose those 2. Sherween, what about you, my love?
I think for me, outside of what Fiona's spoken about, one definitely was the naming ceremony.
Same.
That I think will be the highlight of this trip for me, also alongside meeting the new people and the festival, obviously. But the naming ceremony, I think this was like an awakening for me. I really, really, really am thankful for that opportunity. I don't think if had I gone to Dominica on my own, I don't think that was something I would have or could have done. So I'm very appreciative for that. The second one is when we were stargazing.
Oh, yes.
That for me was like, I will watch the stars and will always remember that night. All of us sat underneath the stars outside the villa on chairs talking shit.
A lot of shit.
Talking so much shit. And it was the 3 of us plus the chefs who were at the house and Brianna, our manager. And it was just the most magical night. Was Brianna there? Had she left already?
I don't think she was there.
She wasn't there.
She wasn't there. Oh,
She
sorry.
wasn't there.
Brie wasn't there. It was the chefs and the 3 of us. Yeah. And that night was just sensational. It was it was funny. It was yeah. Yeah. I will always remember that. For me that bonded us, I think. Just stargazing and talking shit. Yeah.
And we saw so many shooting stars.
So many
Well, y'all
shooting
did.
stars.
Well,
So
I
many.
kept on missing them.
yourself.
So
But
many
there
shooting
was-
stars. And I was high as fuck. So many shooting stars. And I don't know if they were actual shooting stars.
they
Like
were.
I was seeing
They were.
things.
Because where we were, because we're deep in the interior of Dominica, and there was no light pollution. And then when you not around light pollution, you see shooting stars all the time. Because they're so quick. It's not like in the movies where it's like, shoo,
No.
across the sky. It's like, twing. Yeah.
You just have to keep focusing
Yes.
on the entire sky, and you're
Yes.
seeing, and you'll
Yes.
see them. But it was just mesmerizing for me. It was a lot, but beautiful.
Yes, absolutely. What about you, Chantal?
I mean, I have to go with the Kalinago naming ceremony for sure as one of them. And like you said, Fiona, it's hard to condense all of the Dominica moments, but that one is going to stay with me because, like you said, we are putting our Kalinago names on our passports, etc., officially, right? And that's huge. Gosh, I think for me, one of the things that stood out in Dominica was the laughter. So much
That's why we laugh so much.
laughing till the tears were coming down my face. I had to run to the bathroom real quick a few times, okay? And one of those moments was a moment. I can't even say it. It was to do with a snake.
You're an ass. You're a whole ass. You're a whole ass. You're a whole ass. All right. You're a whole ass for that. Because you could have get licks. Y'all could have get licks. Y'all don't even know.
So, this was at the end of a very long day of, I think it was the same day.
same
the
day. We
Syndicate
drove around the
Falls,
whole
right?
island.
We drove around the whole island, right?
It was late.
It was night, okay? And we're all coming. So it's Sherween, Fiona, myself, and a few of our chef family.
Two of the chefs.
Two of the chefs. And, Sherween, myself, and one of the chefs was in the back, right? And so the people in front, we're driving up this road. And then I just hear Fiona and the other chef, oh my gosh, it's a snake. And so,
because we when we were driving, we kept seeing animals because we're in the front.
not
So you kept seeing manicures, agoutis, whatever. So that's the thing. We look and it was like we just see this thing. Like it was very strange, but it was a big brown snake. I mean, like yours, but like it. We drove right past it.
and of course, I love snakes.
I mean, who loves snakes? But okay.
I love snakes. And the other chef next to me from Grenada also loves snakes. So we were like, oh my gosh, let's go.
Let's turn
Let's
back.
turn around. I want to see the snake. We were so excited. We were like two kids. in
And
the
I'm
back
telling them,
with
no. I'm
Sherween.
saying, oi,
And Sherween's
let we
like,
go. There's no need. The snake egg will be
But
there.
there's a reason.
The snake will
that
not be there.
Sherween
The
did not.
urgency.
There was
It was
urgency.
late. Let's not. It was late.
Sure.
We were tired. It was a long drive. And then we almost at the house, and they want to go back and look for a snake. Like the snake
And
will
like 10
stay
o'clock
there
at night.
at 10 o'clock. Like the snake will stay on the side of the road for them, wait for them. And bear in mind, that's a busy highway. There's vehicles passing up and down. So the
Busy
snake-
highway.
Okay, so this is the thing.
It's
y'all.
one of them, Fiona. It's not a busy road.
Busy.
Not a highway. Okay, not a highway, but it's a busy road.
I feel like we're missing an integral part of this.
So
story.
I start quarreling because the man pull over.
I pulled over. I was driving.
No, you weren't.
Oh no, it was him.
Okay.
No, you weren't. You weren't driving, but you were encouraging. Let's just go back and say, I'm like, where the snake will not be there.
But we were not hearing Sherween for whatever reason.
Yeah,
we were like,
no, because we want to see a snake.
Go see the snake.
So
and Sherween is increasingly getting annoyed with us, right? Like the annoyance was at levels. And
yes.
I am in the back completely, I don't even know, in La La Land, wanting to go look for the snake, being encouraged by the person next to me, oblivious to Sherween's supreme annoyance with us, right? And so we turn around to go and look for the snake. And Sherween quarrel. The snake not gonna be there. You think the snake waiting for you in the middle of the road? Quarrel. But the real reason
is because I wanted to shit. And I'm seeing we close to home, and you add another 10 minutes on the fucking drive, and I want to go home. So they are not hearing, and they're laughing, gilling, and I there with a shit busting my ass. Now if I have to get out of the car and go and shit for snake to bite my ass, so I have to hold it. What I should have done was shit in the car. That's what I should have done. Everybody uncomfortable now.
Wow.
I should have dropped it. You're lucky it was the large jit.
Oh my goodness. And now the truth comes out.
Wow.
But the thing is, if y'all were in the car with us, and I can see it as a scene in a movie, because we are just like, no, let's go back. Let's go look for the snake.
We are being very white.
Very white.
Very snake in the middle of the night.
In the middle of the night.
It was
in the jungle.
Yes, it was quite very rainforest
in the jungle. But we must go back to look for a snake that was crossing a road that would have already crossed the road and gone back into the
snake was going at a speed when it was crossing in the first place, but we stay hopeful.
But let me tell you, the laughing, I don't think I stopped laughing for at least half an hour, because Sherween's face and then my fellow snake lover's face, not understanding, like, what's the problem? We turn him back to go look for the snake and still talking about this damn snake as we're stargazing. So yes, that was definitely one of my favorite moments.
And there was no snake when we came back.
And there was no snake, and I was very upset. Well, keeping in the theme of laughter, this week as we go under the mango tree, enjoy the tones of true Caribbean woman laughter for Dominica 2024, the relatable ladies laughing. The laughter in Dominica for me is definitely one of my standouts.
Yeah, we will real laugh. I laughed from beginning to end. Really, there was just so much. It was just a joyful time. Everything was so light. I think the air was clean. The fruits were colorful. The pineapples taste good. The energy was good with the people. Like,
Fiona never eat pineapples again. By the time we finish, before she see pineapples, she getting vexed. Oh, Lord. With all of that laughter, ladies, how about we jump into what has been bringing you joy this week? And I'm going to start with you, Fiona.
All right. Actually, I'm ready. What brought me joy this week was the bunch of us went down to the south of the island. We went to Choiseul, and we stayed in a locally owned. You see, this episode is all about locally owned everything.
That is right.
Locally owned Mon Tete cottages. It's owned by the family of a good friend of ours, and it is 6 cottages up in like the mountains of Choiseul, but it's surrounded by farmland. So the family is a family of farmers. They've owned the land now for over 100 years. It has so much history, so much passion, and the cottages are so cute. These little 1-bedroom cottages. A couple of them have like, little plunge pool and thing. But they grow cocoa, they do tamarind balls, plantain chips, they make the best guava cheese. And even their process of cocoa making is done with so much love, intent. They know so much about the art of making chocolate. And to see like this family that has been passing things down generation to generation and creating this beautiful space, which you can check out on Airbnb, montetcottages.com and all of that. But this is not a paid ad. This is just the fact that we really enjoyed that experience and it was so peaceful. And I just love the family backstory of it. So that's definitely my most joyful part of this week. Chantal.
Hello. Love that, Fee. Huh. So many moments. This is actually really tough for me to pick, but I'm going to go with this one because I always ban Fiona from speaking about her son Jeriah as her moment of what brings you joy. But guess what? It's my moment. Being in in St Lucia with Jeriah, catching up on almost 3 years of not seeing each other in person, and our very in-depth conversations about film and media. I have missed them. Jeriah is 14, which is freaking me out. He's almost as tall as me, which is not hard to do, but still freaking me out. But just spending time with Jeriah has brought me so much joy. He is my first nephew and will always be the first nephew. Sorry, Carrie. Sorry, Jaden. Love Unu. But Jeriah was first. And it's just been so beautiful and special. And even when we're teasing each other and he's trying to be serious, and then I can see that little smile coming up on his face. I'm like, you know you love me. No, I don't. Yes, you do. Well, maybe. See, I'll take maybe. And it's just been lovely. So that has been what has brought me joy. My time with Jeriah. Sherween?
Oh,
What about you, my love?
For me, Choiseul. Choiseul is bringing me joy. I have decided to relocate in the new year to Choiseul. That's where my parents are from. That's where we have all our family land. That's where I'm planning on building my home. So I decided, I've been in St. Lucia now 2 years, and my main goal was to build my home. So I think it's time I make that move and start getting things done. So being in Choiseul last weekend, just reaffirmed to me that it's the right time to go. Choiseul is again magical. I think it's the most beautiful part of St. Lucia, and going there this weekend, and I'm now looking forward to actually moving at the end of the year. So that's bringing me a lot of joy. It's a headache. It's a lot of work. Moving house again is not the nicest of things, but in my heart and soul, I believe that's my last time moving house because I'm home now. So that's just the thought of that. It's giving me strength, and that's what's bringing me joy.
Amen.
Maktab, Ashe.
Yes.
All of the things. All of the things. Yes. May this move be filled with ease.
Yeah.
And may it be a big release of all the things that no longer serve you.
That's right.
All right, my
They
love?
could.
Okay. And here we go
They could
again.
all fuck off.
Wow. Okay, and on that note, well, we're going to wrap up this episode. What do you say, folks? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. It's been so lovely being here in St. Lucia with my girls. Wonderful to be in this gorgeous studio, Entertainment Sound Productions, and actually record together in person for the first time in 3 years. So thank you to the management and staff of this wonderful studio. Wow, what a time. Dominica, St Lucia, One Caribbean, all the good things. Anything that we have discussed today, as usual, you can find them in Sherween's show notes. I think they should officially be called Sherween's show notes.
I think so too, because she does all the hard work.
Because she does all the work to put together all the information. So as per usual, anything that we have discussed today from WATO, Harmony Villa, Mon Tete, what else did we talk about? Jeriah? No, you can't find anything about Jeriah in the show notes.
Yeah, well, WATO's next year, November 1st, 2025.
All right. That is very useful information. Anything else to add before we say goodbye?
No.
Anything from you, Miss Fee?
Because a shared journey
brings
hope. Look at the
I feel like SWV need to watch their back.
We getting better. We getting better.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.
Relatable, because a shared journey brings hope.